5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome into issue 23 of Comic Cast Video. Jong Lee here.
Hey, with Michael Carroll.
And today's video, we're going to be paying a tribute to one Mr. Chadwick Boseman. If you guys listen to our audio podcast, which you can on every major podcast platform, it's at Comic Cast. We did almost an entire hour of Chadwick Boseman, and it sucks. It really does. Fantastic actor, quite possibly even a better human being. His impact is going to be long and vast. Not because of the movie he's done. We know him because of the movies, but his work with cancer and the way that he visited, these terminally ill cancer patients for St. Jude's, and this whole time while he was doing it, he was battling cancer himself. A very private person. Didn't tell anybody. I don't think he told anybody in terms of like people that he worked with that he had cancer. Ryan Coogler, in his article that he penned for Hollywood Reporter, and it's a fantastic article. You guys need to go read it. It's basically a tribute letter to Chadwick Boseman. He said that him and Chadwick were very close, and he didn't know that Chadwick had cancer. I don't know where to start with this because he was a tremendous human being. The way that he did so much research for the characters that he played. Most of the characters that he played, he only took them if they were culturally significant to him, and if he could better his culture by taking this role like he did with 42, the immense research that he did with Jackie Robinson, and then he also did, James Brown, and he went down the line and did Thurgood Marshall, and then finally T'Challa. And even with T'Challa, he fought back when Marvel wanted him to do a British or an American accent, and he said, in my head, T'Challa and Wakanda has not been taken over by Western powers, and I don't want to portray this character with an accent that is essentially a foreign accent. And he even learned a language for Civil War, that he had a quick exchange with his father in Civil War, T'Challa's father. And that's the kind of person that he was. He went to Howard, gave a commencement speech at Howard, and left I think a message that a lot of these kids are going to take and run with. A big message was, don't be afraid to fail. And with success, you could only succeed with failure, essentially. And so I have a lot of respect for the man, and this death is hitting me almost as big as it did with Kobe. And I just, over the weekend, and even plus I spent the entire weekend reading and watching clips and interviews and stuff like that. So it's just it's heartbreaking, and rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, dead at 43.
Mentioned Kobe's death earlier this year, and that one hit me as well, like a ton of bricks. Like, when I heard about Chadwick, I just spent like the next hour just kind of processing, his death, and to go through what he's been doing, not just work, but to do everything that he did for children, for the commencement speech at Howard, just the different things of helping people, to do all that while he's battling cancer, and while he's doing chemotherapy, while he's having surgeries. It's just, that's a strength that I wish I could feel, or I wish I could know that strength to do all that and to be that. He could have very easily announced that, and he didn't. And I don't want to say people who announce it. I don't want to mean anything like that. It's just, he quietly did it, and no one knew about it. That's so stunning to me. And God, you just, as a lot of people have said, you just never know what people are going through in life. They don't know what they're going mentally, or you don't know what's happening to them physically. Um, Man, it's such a loss to the world in general, not just acting, not just the MCU and all that, just such a tremendous loss of a person. Obviously, I don't know the man, or I didn't know the man, but just from what you could gather, he seemed like a really tremendous person and a great human being.
Just the amount of energy that, can you imagine like fighting cancer and trying to get in shape to do Black Panther? Like it's so difficult to muster up that energy to work out and put on weight when you're going through cancer. And one can only imagine that he'd be, going through chemo at the time. I don't know exactly how you treat, stage 3 if it's too late to even start chemo. But, like just to do that, and then he lost weight after Infinity War and Endgame, and just to get this backlash of people just saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe he's losing this much weight. He's too skinny. I think he's on crack." All those comments, and not to say a damn thing about his cancer. And it just, he was so private that he didn't want to share the struggles that he was dealing with, because it was his stuff. He didn't want to burden anybody else with it. And he was the opposite of that. He was the person that was going around these hospitals trying to bring a smile to people's face, these kids' face. And he didn't want to know what they were going, or he didn't want them to know what he was going through. And I commend him, because he put on a smile, and he put on a smile while going through quite possibly one of the most painful things that you could ever go through as a human being. So we're gonna very, very missed over here at Comicast. And hug your loved ones tonight and tell them that you love them, and do it every day.
Yeah, do it every day, because you just never know when they could be gone. I mean, we lost Chadwick on Friday, and then we come from a sports radio background, so like Cliff Robinson, 18-year NBA veteran, you know, player, died on Saturday. John Thompson, Hall of Fame coach, passed away, I guess this morning that we're recording this. So you just never know, man, and just hug the people that you know while they're here. Man, you just never know. So cherish those moments you have with people, because they're fleeting. They could be gone the next thing. Don't take for granted what you have.
Mm-hmm.
And man, yeah. And then when you talk about people that are inspiration to you, man, if you can reach out to them, let them know what they mean to you, because you never know when they're gone.
Mm-hmm. And with Chadwick, I don't know what I was gonna say.
No, I
uh,
mean, it's understandable, because it's like, what do you? It's such a shock, man. It's such a shock.
yeah. Go and watch all his interviews. Go and read the what letter Ryan Coogler wrote about Chadwick Boseman. I think Diana Guerrier, I think she wrote a letter too. I need to go read that. But yeah, all these people paying tributes to Chadwick Boseman. Just it's a very sad couple of days. And I don't know. Even Kobe's death still, hits me right here sometimes when I see murals and stuff going up. And I really do think that he had that big of an impact, just like Kobe did.
He made such. I don't think we realize how much of a cultural impact. Or, I mean, maybe we do, but like Black Panther made a huge impact on culture, just
Mm-hmm.
culture in general, not just superhero stuff, not just the pop culture nerd stuff. Like, he made an impact on the culture of the world. Now Black Panther is a character that before he was introduced, I don't know that a lot of people mainstream knew who Black Panther was, Wakanda, vibranium, all that stuff. Now you got everybody saying Wakanda forever. Now you got everybody knowing um, the character of T'Challa. I mean, there's so he made that character. He helped bring that character to life with his performance, and I mean, he did bring that character to life with his performance, and it was an amazing performance. Magnetic, carried himself. I mean, T'Challa's royalty, and he oozed that royalty. And again, what he meant for people, just to see him on screen meant so much to so many people in so many different ways, especially kids, man. Kids seeing, especially black kids, seeing him on screen in that kind of power role.
Mm-hmm.
I think that does wonders, and that's why he got so many kids and so many people just saying Wakanda forever because of that impact.
Mm-hmm. Leave your favorite Chadwick Boseman moment down below, and pay tribute and hug your loved ones, and go watch these clips and read these interviews. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe to our podcast and to our video podcast, and you know, um, slap that bell for notifications. But I feel very trivial saying like this kind of stuff.
I know,
But
right? Yeah,
but
just yeah.
but thank you guys for tuning in to issue 23 of Comicast Video, and until next time.
So yeah, Wakanda forever.